What is it do you like about Coke?
I love the smell of it.
Is raw. It's raw every goddamn year.
Yes,
Hey man,
Lord.
serve 'em raw, goddammit.
Subscribe to Serving It Raw and let's keep it
all the way funky, uncut, raw. Serving it raw just like my boy Gutter Kane.
Yes, Lord. You done tapped in the Serving the Raw podcast where we let the conversation flow uninterrupted. I'm your host, Gutter Kane, the Gutter Man. And I want to start off by saying happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Today on Serving It Raw, I have a special guest with me. She's a talented singer and songwriter helping to revitalize the R&B scene. Let's give a warm welcome to Queenie. How you doing, Mrs.?
Hey, everybody. I feel good. I feel great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. As soon as I heard your voice, it came across my ad on Instagram. I was right on it. I was like, okay. And then, like I said, I reached out.
Oh, good. So which video was that?
Yeah, it's when you did the little commercial. You did a commercial for the, what's it called? The Chaotic
Eyeball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it worked. Yay.
Yes, it did
Shout
work.
out to them.
Yes, it did work. Yep. And so I was on top of it right then. Followed you on Instagram, and then went on Spotify, heard your music, and then I was like, okay, let me reach out to her. So I tried to make sure I hit up you, and then you had Drizza down as your manager, so I reached out to him as well. You will follow him and stuff like that. Yeah, to get us linked up. So yeah. But look, we're gonna dive right in. So the first thing I want to start is, where are you from originally? For people.
Yes. I'm born from DC, and I was actually raised in PG County, Maryland. So DMV, stand up. I'm a DMV girl. So yeah, everything about Maryland I love, but I actually relocated to Atlanta. I'm actually in Atlanta now. A lot of my successes have came from DC and from Atlanta. Honestly, I have to always give grace to where I'm from. But yeah, I mean, it's been amazing transitioning from the DMV to Atlanta. A lot of DMV people are here, which is crazy. I do a lot of DC people, but everybody thinks I'm from Baltimore. I think that's the problem. They're like, "Oh, you're from B-Boy." I'm like, no. Okay. I'm from PG County. I'm on the southern side. But yeah.
Do you still go back? Do you still go home or go back to DC to visit?
Yeah, I still go home. A lot of my family is still there, and then my sister is actually pregnant, so she's about to have a baby. So I'm literally about to go back and see some of my people soon, anyway. So yeah, shout out to my sister Gia.
Already. Okay, now what age, did you begin singing and writing music?
Oh, I was an extra child, on my Sagittarius. I literally, like, third grade, would stand up, and my punishments was weird because I would literally just sing in class and stuff like that. Like, I had little outbursts, and then I always did dance, gymnastics. So me starting out, and I was in the church. Honestly, the church is where I first got my first solo. Cornerstone Peaceful Bible Baptist Church.
Long word. Okay.
Yeah, but that was my first solo, and then I fell in love with the choir. I did choir in middle school to high school. I was a soprano leader. So I started writing, honestly, probably in high school. But as far as like singing, it literally, that's all I did for my first little karaoke. And then it transitioned into go-go, because go-go is the city sound. So DC, you gotta do go-go, it's where we from. So I was in a lot of live bands, and that kind of pushed me to have my own band, which was Queenie and the Crinkles at the time. And that's when I really started getting into writing and really growing into it. I've always loved it. I feel like if you're a singer, you gotta love the production behind it, like really your feelings, your emotions, telling other people's story. And that's what I really wanted to convey. So my vocals actually would match, what I'm saying. So yeah, it's been a journey.
Okay. Now, what were some of your influences? Like what were some of your biggest R&B influences? Because I want to know how have that, helped shape your sound.
Oh, I remember the first time seeing Destiny's Child. I was in St. Charles Mall, and I was a little girl. This is when St. Charles Mall was popping in Waldorf, Maryland, And they had came through, it was like a little Disney store, and the whole mall just rushed in. I've never seen such a crowd. I've always loved Beyonce. Like everybody who knows me know, like Beyonce is my girl when it comes to R&B. But I'm also a lover of Whitney. Like my father used to always make me stand up and sing Whitney songs to him and Toni Braxton. So I was always trying to belt, always trying to perform at the same time. So those are always my R&B influences. But I would not lie, her has me in a chokehold. I love her tone.
Beyonce,
So
yeah.
she's been an influence as well too. So I mean, it's just I love R&B. It's about love. I think that's what draws me to it the most.
Do you plan on doing any, like reaching out and doing any type of different type of albums? Like, you know how Beyonce has done the country? You feel like tapping into any other genres?
Country. Yes, she did amazing. I really do want to expand in genres. I really want to go into pop. I love pop. I'm actually like a girly pop, which is crazy because, Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. I mean, I just love girly pop. So I do want to branch into it more. And plus, also too, I want to dig more into jazz a little bit because of my go-go side and the live instrumentation, part. I think it'll be so dope with how soulful my voice can get sometimes and the rasp and the tone to really go into jazz too.
Okay, I can see that. I can definitely see you reaching out, well, going into the pop and jazz,
Yeah.
incorporating those into your genre. Now you have the video of your single actually in the background on your end, and so you just dropped your latest EP, Not That Deep.
That
Okay,
deep.
how is this EP different from your debut Rose? And what is your favorite track on this EP?
Ooh, my favorite. They all my babies, girl. I don't know if I can sit there and choose one.
They're all my babies. I cannot choose between my kids.
But as far as from Rose, I mean, we grow every day. I'm not even the same person I was 5 seconds ago. So I mean, Rose, you could tell I was in a different place as an artist, and I feel like, oh, I've grown so much. Not That Deep literally stands for Not That Deep. Like I feel like I overthink a lot, like a lot of us when it comes to our passion and being creative. And I really wanted to just release it because I was in my mind about budget and how to make things work and how I look. Am I thin enough? But shout out to the thick ladies because listen, you see this in the background, thick and luscious. That's what we gonna give. But so that's what it was. It was really just going into Not That Deep and really putting out the statements. We actually previewed these 4 songs and was like, let's just go ahead and put out these 4 because this year coming, we're going into a whole new thing of dropping a lot of songs. So I was excited. I'm glad that it was Drizza Don's idea to just go ahead. And he was like, it's not that deep. Let's just go ahead and put them out. Oh, and my favorite one.
Yes.
Oh, I think my favorite one has to be Let's Make Love.
Let's Make Love.
So Let's Make Love, it was a challenge. I won't lie when I had wrote this song. How I wanted to be portrayed because I really wanted to go for an R&B sound like that, 3/4 beat, just really like getting into it. And I really enjoyed Let's Make Love. And the bridge actually was a challenge for me because I'm hearing all these parts in the studio. And I remember I was on my time. When you on your time in the studio, you got to get it done. But and the way it got pieced together, shout out to Joe Black, because I mean that's my producer as well on that beat, and it just came out so phenomenal. And I love the live sound. I could hear it live. I think Let's Make Love live is gonna be magical. Yeah. So
now, whose idea was it to have you with the cigar in the video? And I'm gonna tell you why I think that's it has like a type of elegant but sexy, but at like just a raw feel to it, only because the only other female that I've just off top of the head I've ever seen, even in a picture with a cigar, was Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie took a picture in front of the car back then. She was the first person I ever seen, and I know it just gave us her. So you're the first person I've ever seen in a music video as a female with a cigar. So I'm like, okay, what made you come up with that? What made you do that?
It's the Dre effect. honestly, he has like a strong background in music, and he's traveled a lot of places. And when we were thinking of Not That Deep and the image that we were going for, you know, Dorothy Dandridge, Marilyn Monroe type of beauty, you know, elegance, because that's what I want to give woman, you know, because I am a woman, you know, and being grown comes with a certain, you know, I want to grow up a little bit. So, you know, having the cigar, that's what he does. Him and his friend Tommy, shout out to Tommy because he's actually, sorry, you don't see my comb.
Oh
Brought
no.
out the cigars for us. And it was really, really dope, you know, having, because look, I have Dre right here. I'm being honest with you. You know, shout out to Dre. Dre's gonna tell you more on what the cigar was and the actual bottle that was there. But it was really, really dope for me to portray this sophisticated, you know, woman in this visual. I really, really had loved it. Shout out to Ty and Anissa. She's the one that did the reel, did some styling. And of course, I did the hair and the makeup because, you know, shout out to BarLuna, that's my business. But it was really fun having the cigar being in there. I don't feel like a lot of people go into how popular the cigar bars are and the whole movement behind it. So yeah, it was fun.
Okay. No, I like how you did that. I like how you touched on even earlier when you were answering the question about the what you brought to this EP. I know one thing you did mention was the size, and I know women have a lot of be self-conscious about that type of stuff. So I think that's good that you're actually comfortable in your size and you're showing people like, hey, it's about the artist, what I do. I'm sexy regardless, and that's what you're putting out.
You're beautiful, Lex.
I noticed on the video right here.
Mm-hmm.
Did something happen to you?
My vitiligo. No, my vitiligo actually does not even run in my family, which was funny to me because when I seen it coming, I was actually pregnant with my daughter, Leela, my Leela Rose. And afterwards, I started to get like, it was actually during her pregnancy. I want to say towards the end, I started to see like, this was the first, like how you seen on the shoulder, that was my first spot. And then it just, I mean, went all over. Sometimes I still will get it just literally on one side of my face, and it'll be like right here in my chin. Like I still have, and I know this might be TMI, it's like a silver, they turn all gray. All the hairs that might grow in the vitiligo is so cool. But that's what I think came from. I mean, nobody talks about being a mother and how, you know, pregnancy can change so much within your body. So that's where the vitiligo actually came from. And it moves around, and I can actually feel when the tingle, when a new little spot may come. So I had loved it. I mean, it's the part of being a mom. You just love what comes with it.
Love that you're showing, appreciate and be beautiful and natural in your own skin. Because a lot of people choose to not like that type of stuff, and they, because Michael Jackson had vitiligo, and we know Chris Calico also has it, but a lot of people are afraid of how they look, and they tend to try to cover it up and stuff like that. And I just like the fact that you're showing, like, hey, it's not that deep. I'm, like just I'm beautiful in my own skin, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, because shout out to Winnie. She's a model and she's like fully in vitiligo. I mean, it's her whole body. Because, you know, sometimes with vitiligo, it's to the one side, like how mine is, and then you have fully on your body. So her representing vitiligo, I mean, it's just so beautiful every single time I see her model because it's just like, yes. I mean, really, like, I just love to see it. I do. I really
No,
do.
that's good. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, the model Winnie. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
she's embraced her look as well.
it's gorgeous.
What are some of your current thoughts on the current state of R&B music right now?
Oh, my thoughts on R&B. My first thought initially is just like, I don't know how it got. It's always been blended into hip hop. Don't get me wrong. But recently, I think they're basically trying to say like everything R&B and everything hip hop is like in one category at this point, I believe. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is something I have read and I was informed of, and I was like, oh my goodness, like these are two different things. And R&B, I feel like just doesn't get its respect, you know, worldwide that I believe that it should. I mean, when you're feeling sad, when you're in heartbreak, when you just ride in the car, a lot of times you just don't want to listen to that. Don't get me wrong. Like it hypes you up in the gym. We ready. You know what I'm saying? But R&B, I mean, it's that feel good. So I think it's home at the end of the day. And I feel like it's definitely hurtful how a lot has changed with R&B and then also the sound, because now they're talking about the belting singers or what they call the whisper singers. And I mean, I think it's all dope. There's times, yes, I want to yell on stage, but then there's also times I want to be like a Billie Eilish and just get close to the mic and go, ta, da, da. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so cool because you can experiment with that with sounds. And now they got Ableton, like the reverb echoing, and it's just like, like you're catching these breaths, you're in the motion with the emotion. Live wise, it's dope how it can go all up and down. So, I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing. I just wish that R&B got more shown to the front, more. That's all. I just think that those are two different things. Hip hop has shown that hip hop is hip hop, So I think R&B at this point should really be taken more serious with, how we present it nowadays.
Okay. Do you have an idea of maybe when R&B kind of changed? Because R&B has gotten to a point where it's not as popular as it was obviously in the 90s.
It's hard to say because, social media has just made everything change.
Okay.
And it's really on what you enjoy. I can't knock a person for enjoying the sound, just because in my opinion, I love a certain sound, or I'm looking for this. They may be looking for that. And then also too, I've heard the topic of, well, these singers are more famous or people like them more is because they can sing along with them. But the whole point of some of these songs was you couldn't sing with Whitney. You was going to butcher that song. You was going to hit that note that you can with Kelly Price. Listen, you was going to try with Faith, but you couldn't make it. But that was okay. That's what we loved. But at the end of the day, I think with any topic, I mean, it's just really on how you perceive music. At the end of the day, I just feel like as long as you're listening to music and you're supporting the music to keep us going, because it's really about us getting more money on streams and everything back now. That's the real topic. But at the end of the day, support the music. Just love what you love. I mean, I love it all. I really do.
You have any collaborations or future collaborations that you're looking into?
I want to collab more. I'm letting you know here. If anybody want to collab with me, please let me know because I want to. I really want to start collabing more. But I am excited about a couple of DJs that have been working with me, well-known DJs that have really been putting their hands into the work. So I'm excited for y'all to see that with this new project. But as far as like singers and rappers, I have so many songs that I'm just on the hook waiting for rappers to get on. I gotta start sending them out. Because they're already done. Like I just want to go here. Please rap on this.
Yeah, because you down in ATL.
Yeah. That's why I said I gotta get outside. I'll be inside sometimes.
You know Miss Storm?
You said who?
You know Miss Storm?
Oh yes, we do.
I would love to see what y'all two can cook up. I actually interviewed her earlier.
Look, I'm trying to get in with more females because I mean, us females, we all got different stories. Like that's the thing about songwriting. It's just so fun. Like I really want to collab with a lot of writers, and I have been collabing with a lot of writers recently. Shout out to JC. He was just on Not That Deep with me because he was the only one that was writing with me on that project. Correct, Dre?
JC and some other people. Yeah,
JC was just Not That Deep, but I did Lose Myself. I did Let's Make Love, and I wrote All Around the World. And then Dre helped me on All Around the World. So, but yeah, I definitely want to collab more.
Okay.
I definitely do.
We over here.
Hey,
good.
I'm good.
How are you? What's up?
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Period.
Okay, I heard it. Okay, I see. It wasn't stretched.
Can you do some of this? Yeah, check it out real quick. I think this is the part that he wanted to listen to real quick. Can we listen to that real quick? Breathe. Okay, let's do it.
That's fine. Hey, let me get that last one. That's cool.
Just juice.
Unproductive.
A lie. No, I'm playing.
Not good, or we need one more.
Oh, it don't need
it right there.
Right.
Yeah. You can get it right there.
You can.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, good job, yo.
Thank you. Always, baby.
Well, I'm down to my $1 million question. What is your top 5 favorite singers and or rappers, dead or alive? You can do top 5 singers, or you can do top 5 rappers. You can do them separately, or you can combine them. However,
I can't do rappers.
okay.
It's hard for me to do rappers. I'm not gonna lie to you because it's just I give so much respect to rappers. It's just not easy.
Okay.
I mean, the way that they literally just their minds, they're little geniuses. Okay, okay, they're definitely geniuses when it comes to the work.
Okay. So we're gonna stick to singers.
But I will sit there and say, because I am a female, I love my Nicki Minaj. No, well, I gotta put in Nicki. I do have to put in Nicki. I love Nicki Minaj, my Sagittarius girl. I can't have an order, but I will say the names. I love Nicki Minaj. Of course, we all know Beyonce is there when it comes to me. So I say Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, Toni Braxton.
Okay.
Toni is my girl. Like, I have been trying to get. I could do a real good impersonation, but I love that tone. It's just nothing like it. Her
Well, hold on.
I'd say.
You said you can do a good impression?
No, I can't do it right now. Like, I just woke up, but it gets deep.
Okay.
But no, I love Toni. I gotta go with Whitney.
Okay, of course.
My Whitney Houston. It's nothing like Whitney. I just love her so much. And then honestly, performance-wise, I know I got one more.
Yeah, one more.
You can never go wrong. It's so hard. It's so hard to pick 5. Why do you do this to people? This is torture.
I know. Look, I love it. I feel like that's the hardest one because 10 is kind of, you can kind of stretch it out, but 5, it's hard.
Because I was gonna say Jasmine Sullivan, which I love, so I'm shouting her. But I've also Tina Turner when it comes to like performance. I mean, just the breath control, night after night, to be able to form the passion. I love when artists sweat. I don't know what it is. She was working on that stage.
Yeah, she was.
And one thing about Tina, like,
performance-wise, Beyonce or Tina Turner?
All I can do is people don't judge me. I'm gonna have to go with what was more within my time. I love Tina Turner's story because she came back as an older woman, and me being an older woman in the game. And shout out to Money Long, Victoria Monet. Like, age is not a thing when it comes to this music thing anymore. But Tina really showed age was not a thing. She came back and really put out, amazing work at such an age. But Beyonce is like a different level of work hard. Yeah. And I've seen her growth. Like that growth, the performance, the showmanship that she gives, the love that she has, even when you're looking at her documentaries and the details. I mean, this last Renaissance tour, which I got to see in Vegas, was out of this world. When you were looking at this screen, I don't even know what type of 4K, 1000K that this was in, but it was so daggone clear. We was looking at this screen like, oh my God, this is it. This is the performer. Like, I mean, amazing. It's even when they had that conversation with Michael Jack and her. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a hard conversation, but Beyonce just really is that performer to me. She is.
I agree with you.
And she's live. lap singing on a lot of stuff.
Oh damn.
That's hard to do.
Yes, very.
That's hard to.
If anybody's into music, they definitely need to know how difficult that is.
It's very difficult.
Now, I know
Even
you got. I know we can't see Drizza, but we can definitely hear him, and that's your manager. So I'm gonna let he gonna have to give his top 5 rappers then, since you can't. He can. So Drizza, what you got for me?
Not any particular order, but I gotta throw big dog in there, Ludacris.
All right.
Jada Kiss. People gonna debate me on this, but Fabulous, that boy got bars.
Yes, most definitely.
I'm gonna take it a little old school, Scarface, and then I gotta throw my man Tupac in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do an honorable mention of Biggie.
Okay. That's a solid 5 right there. Okay. Okay.
Shout out to the Mel Rockers.
All right, Drizza. Okay. I definitely love what y'all cooking up. Now, what's next for Queenie? You know, can you share any insights about future projects you're working on? Anything like that?
I'm so excited. Got Gang, because I'm finally just about to go here. Here it is. Everything. Like, not even second guessing it, just really just being like, there you go. This is it. All of what I was trying to hold back. And like I said, overthink time and time again, because I'm sitting on songs. I got albums like that I'm sitting on. So yeah, this is definitely to be excited for this year. The visuals is what I really want to showcase too when it comes to my story. As you can see, that's why we went kind of visual EP style. We didn't really do a music video per se, but we did like real, as you can see, this is real after real after real. But like I really want to tap into that, you know, moving forward with these projects that's coming and letting y'all see the real me. Because, you know, it's time. It's time. But I'm excited. New music is coming this year, just to be very clear.
Okay. Are you thinking about doing the actual album or are you going to drop another EP?
That's the hard part that I'm talking to my manager about, because in my head, I feel like when an artist says that they drop an album, that normally a budget or like certain things are behind it. But, you know, because what's your thoughts on that? I know you're supposed to be interviewing me, but let me ask you a question. When it comes to the EP and albums, do you feel like people should wait to call it an album till a budget is there? Or do you feel like, you know, just go ahead and do it?
At this point, I mean, I can see how a lot of people are putting out more EPs than actual dropping the album. Only because nowadays people have short attention spans, the audiences. And so I would probably say if you were to drop albums, I would probably try to stay at like around 10 songs. You know, and just continuously push out the product. But I don't think you need to wait until you get an actual deal or anything like that. Because I feel like you can make more money as an artist independently than you actually could being under a deal. So I think that if you shorten the albums to about 10 songs, put those out, and then start gaining traction at that point, then you possibly could just jump into, you know, getting residuals. I mean, getting, you know, paid from like concerts, like doing like a tour, like see if you can set up like an independent tour and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a few different ways that you could possibly go about doing it, but I would probably say stay independent. Uh, you know, put out the music. Just don't go, like I said, don't make long songs as far as long albums, I would say. And then probably try to put visuals. Try to do because like I said, that's what originally caught me was a visual. You know, so you doing that
dropping gems.
Yeah.
He's dropping gems.
Yeah.
But yeah, I literally totally agree. You know, and that's what one of the things, like I said, I was overthinking. That's why Not That Deep was pretty big because, you know, as an artist, sometimes we get in our head and it's okay. Sometimes as artists have to be honest. It's just like, you know, I got to get this, I got to do this, I got to do that. The world needs it, you know, type of thing. But honestly, definitely with goals of albums coming. I mean, this is the time I'm ready for this music to come out. So a lot of the words that I thought that I needed, I mean, we just gonna put it out.
Okay.
We gonna put it out.
And then also I was gonna say, just throw it in there. You know, I would probably look into like acting, like, you know, just different endeavors that you're interested in, you know, and do those as well. But from Gutter Kane and Serving the Raw, I want to give Queenie your flowers and say thank you for your R&B contributions. Okay. As well as hip hop, because I'm pretty sure you're going to do some collaboration with some hip hop artists.
Yeah, and I rap a little bit. I rap a little bit, y'all.
And I haven't heard that, but do you plan on incorporating that as well?
I actually have a few rap songs, and I actually have some where I'm singing and I'm rapping. So that was just, you know, most people don't know that I have that card, but we've been really blending it when it comes to, you know, me writing and getting this pen game to be where I want it to be.
Okay.
So yeah.
All righty. But yeah, I definitely wanted to thank you for the contributions that you're doing and just the things that I know that you're going to continue to roll out, especially I'm excited actually to see how everything unfolds for you successfully in the future, you know.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate you reaching out because it means something. Look, this is gonna be in Washington.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Yep. Washington State. Yep. That's where we at. So yeah. So let the people know, you know, how they can reach out to you and stuff like that. I don't know if
yeah,
Drizza wants
to. Oh yes, he can too. Look, shout out to Drizza. It's at Drizza Don on his IG if you want to follow him. So mine is Queenie.now, QUEENIE. And then also my website is www.queenieuniverse.com. I'm on all digital platforms. I use DistroKid, so DistroKid, put it everywhere. So make sure you go get that album. I mean, well, EP, I'm sorry, Not That Deep. But yeah, everything Queenie now.
All righty. Well, I want to thank my viewers and listeners for checking out another episode of Serving It Raw. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you did, please be sure to subscribe to our podcast on all streaming platforms and leave us a review. Make sure that you check out Queenie's music. I'm going to have all the links and stuff down in the description and stuff, as well as your DistroKid and everything like that. So they can definitely go to Spotify, check out the Not That Deep EP. Oh, yes, she has merch, which I'll have that down as well. So, you know, so get on her to support her. She is definitely a person. You're definitely a person that I'm excited to see what unfolds for you. Like I said, you have a beautiful voice. And yeah, I just want to thank you for even, you know, taking the time out with me today. We're locked in. So, you know, yeah. So as stuff happens for you, you know, just keep me in the loop and stuff like that. And we can always, you know, do another episode just to, you know, just keep the fans and everything updated on what you got going on.
There's a lot more to come, y'all. I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
All righty. Well, we'll be back next week with another guest. And in the meantime, I want everybody to try to have a great week.
Yes, Lord.
All right.
Just make sure the coke fire. Told the jeweler cut some links and bring the gold higher.